All right, man. Well, I guess we won't see each other till we see Billy Joel and Sting. Can I ask you a question before I forget? Have you ever seen Billy Joel in
No,
concert?
I've never seen him.
Dude,
Which is
I
weird because
totally cannot believe that. You're
which
like
is
the
weird
biggest Billy
because
Joel fan.
he's my favorite.
I know.
He's always been my favorite. But to me, when I was gonna go see him was when I was in New York. I was gonna see him a couple years ago,
Oh,
and
at the Garden.
I was gonna see him at the Garden, but I'm the kind of guy who wants to see it right there, and I want to be right there, right? And I'm like, I don't know if I could justify dropping $1,500, so I just couldn't pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and then I was like, you know what? I gotta see it. $300 is easy. Um, I gotta see him. And then
Oh,
after the song that he produced,
dude, I love that song. It's just it's such a
and
Billy Joel song.
they're fans of each other. Billy Joel and Sting are fans of each other.
I
I
didn't know that
remember.
till recently, but yeah. Hey there, welcome to Pod and Deliver. Tonight, we're going to look at an article titled LAUSD launches Ed, the nation's first AI personal assistant for students. This comes out of a magazine called Ed Source. I believe this is an LAUSD magazine, Ruben. The writer is Malika Sheshadari, and it's dated March 20th, 2024. This is a new AI program that the district has embraced. The superintendent, I always say his name wrong. I think it's Kaleho. He has come out and endorsed this new AI program, which really is there's some interesting things to this AI, I guess you could call it program. It's going to be on students' iPads, and I would say most students in LAUC have either a Chrome or they have a iPad where the AI will actually give you an alarm if you wanted to wake you up, to remind you about homework assignments, to it actually also let you know if you are running late in some of your assignments, and also if you're not performing well. And they will let you know your grade, and then they'll say, "Hey, it's okay, no problem. You could come after school. We have some after school programs that gives you information about that, what the time is, where it's located on your campus." And so a lot of people are encouraged by it. Some people have question marks regarding what are the drawbacks here? It might sound too good to be true type of thing. Also, people like myself at the upper levels, where this is also going to be not just for elementary, but it'll hit middle school and high school as well. But at the upper levels, always a concern is, hey, is this going to give students a chance to get on that AI and do things like plagiarize and things like that? Because they're so, AI is so sophisticated. In this article, Ruben, it said that this particular program, this Ed program, it's called Ed, it's actually a lot more accurate than the current AI programs out there, right? And so that being said, I don't know. I don't know what to think, except I'm willing to give it a ride, give it a try, see what it looks like. Right now, Ruben, I'm working on an AI program at my campus that helps me not only deliver the essay prompts to my students, but it also grades it for me and also with the rubric. So I'm for that. Help me with grading, help me with rubrics. I like all those pieces. I'm not per se an English teacher, but we work closely with the English department at my school, and we want to, or at least we're trying to work with the English department. And I think these are some ways that will help us assist us. I'm still new at it. I feel like I'm just such a I'm still working on figuring it all out, but I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it. Have you had any access to AI programs like this?
Well, I not the new one.
Not the new ed
Of
program,
course, Chat GPT,
ChatGPT.
um, Chat GPT, we've had access to, but not this new one. But in going through the ways in which this will improve student life and learning, you know, calendar reminders, do your homework reminders, wake you up for school, alarm clock. I was thinking, okay, give us something that they don't already have. I wasn't really that impressed. They already have all that.
How about the whole reminders of let you know what there's programs on campus that you go to if you're failing, let's say math or science. hey, we have this program. Don't worry about it. Just press this button and it'll get you signed up and you could go twice a week. And that's kind of something new.
I don't know. I mean, are you impressed by that? The reason why I ask that is because I see flyers, I see teachers reminding, I hear announcements, and now you see it in the. I almost feel like students who access that are, I don't know. Are you impressed by that? I wasn't. I wasn't. Try to teach me, and maybe I'm not seeing something.
No, I think what you're saying is that you could find this stuff in other ways. I think maybe the only difference here, Ruben, is that everything's coming in one type of situation. It's all going to be in the one kid's tablet. It's going to do all of it instead of, finding in different programs. This is all going to be one, you know, like a GPT program where but it'll just do it for you though. It's going to remind you. It's going to, let you know how you're doing, let your parents know how you're doing. And so, yeah, I mean, there's programs out there already. I know I'm excited about this different program on my campus regarding, helping with essays and all that. That's something separate than this. This is not from this article, but what I'm saying is that I'm still learning how to work with AI. I think in about 5 years, everyone's going to know what it's about. Everyone's going to understand it. And maybe even this program will get off the ground and people will say, "Oh no, this is great." Or like you were saying, "Well, what's the big deal?" Maybe that's
I
what's going to come
feel
out of it.
I feel a little bit mixed because on one hand, yes, I'm excited about AI. I think this could be a really interesting tool to improve teaching and learning. But from this article, it's not impressive. And in fact, I'm wondering
Mhm.
if this is counterproductive because doesn't it say something for a student who doesn't just click on something to see something, you know, drop on their menu? Instead, they ask questions, they push themselves a little bit, they write things down. I'm wondering if this is not the best resource. Um, I don't know. So I had a little mixed feelings in terms of
I mean,
that.
those are good critiques of it because, well, it hasn't launched yet. It's launching now. It's not going to hit every school right away. Like it said in the article, it's going to hit, like I think I'm sure how many students, like 5,000 students, and then it's going to go big to the whole district. Everyone's going to have access to it. But yeah, I mean, I think I can let you know about it next year when it's really full blown. But right now, it's pie in the
The
sky
other
type of
thing,
thing.
the other thing, related to what you were saying about grading papers for us. So I would use that with a grain of salt because uh, I can imagine it can do what Google Classroom can already do in a way. You need to help Google Classroom, but you can click pretty quickly. You can grade very quickly in Google Classroom. Essays. I know before the pandemic anyway, people were doing the old school, red marker, red pen, this is not right, little comments, but it's very quick. You could just click on things on the Google Classroom. Um, but even then, you have to also put your own little spin on things. You have to also remind yourself, well, it's not all just click, 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 click. Look at what they're writing. Look at the effort. Look at other things, the intangibles into a person's writing. So,
I think
uh,
someone like for me though, I totally hear what you're saying. You're an English teacher. You're a better writer than me, and you could and probably even better grader than me for essays. But for me, I think at least I'll learn from it and see how it's grading and with the because you have to feed a rubric to it, right? Here's the rubric, feed it into it, and then here's the essay. How did the kid do? I would like to see how well that AI does. Now, I see your point though. I mean, that is not always going to help the kid. You should be right in the middle of it, seeing what they're doing, writing some things, encouraging them, and that's going to help your teaching as well. So I see your point.
the other thing is we have to keep in mind that AI also writes essays for students. So, like the last time I think we talked about essays is that what are they doing? How are they developing these essays? Are you watching them from beginning stages? Because I think the days of just saying, write this essay, go home and write it, I think those days are over.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
In
because
other words, also maybe the days of traditional essay assignments are over too. We've talked about that. Like maybe the essay has seen its last legs, and I know that's controversial, but let's say it hasn't. Let's say we're still doing essays and we're still grading them. Why don't we see them from their inception so we don't have to deal with this plagiarism monster that has developed, that has reared its ugly head, and just see them, these essays from the beginning. So it's something to keep in mind. So
that's good. Well, I appreciate you sharing that, Ruben. Well, we want to thank the audience for coming on again, and we do want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Press the like button. We uh, we'd like to do these videos. We've been doing it for a few years now, but we want to continue to bring them to you. Have yourself a good night out there, and we'll see you soon on Pod and Deliver. Bye bye.